Good morning. It is Saturday, April 20th, 2024. Took my sip of hot coffee and let's get going. Right up the bat, VIX. We got there. Okay, so you can see we are in the buy zone. Okay, it's if you have cash on the sideline and you have favorite stocks to buy and you see the bargains, it's not a bad time to start adding, nibbling, buying. Buying small. As you can see here, let's take a look. Back in September, okay, well, at the start of October 2nd to be exact, was when we first pierced that level just below 20, right? And then for all of October, we did gyrate, even came down. Look at that, we even came down. And then it was one nasty last 2 weeks of October that we have this kind of movement on the bottom out right at the start, right? And then boom, off we did. Off the market ran hot. So look at this. This is basically, let me go to the end of the year right here. The end of the year is right there. Right there. And we had an amazing market run for the next 3 months. So as you can see, if you go with this is a sell signal, well, you miss 3 months of big gain. Okay, hopefully it teach a lesson that this is not a sign to sell. It's a sign to be cautious. It's a sign to buy the dip, sell the rip, right? Position yourself, keep some cash because you never know when you're gonna get one of these. And we got it. Okay, we waited patiently for 3 months, and it happened. There's a saying on Wall Street for many decades: risk happen all at once. Risk happen all at once. All right, so it's always, it's one of those things where you wait and you wait and you wait, and sometimes it take way longer than you expected. And then when it happened, it literally happened all at once. Within a week span, we had this massive decline. But it's here, and it's time to buy the dip, right? Time to buy the dip, and not really sell the rip. Okay, it was buy the dip, sell the rip here. It was, for those that follow me the last 2 weeks, short the rip, cover the dip. Does that mean that it's short the dip, short the rip, cover the dip over? No, I think there's still opportunities. Even though I did cover my bear spread on my SPY bear spread, right now I have no bear spread in play. But I will look for opportunities. It might not be there anymore, but we will see. But for now, it's time to buy. All right. Next up, BTC. Now, I have a hard stop set on BTC at 59 something. All right. And it did trigger. Now, at the time when I put that stop in, it was for all the share that I have. But when I was buying the dip here, when the order was triggering, I did not go in and revise that stop order. So when the stop happened, it did not take the share that I bought 2 or 3 days before, or on the same day. I can't remember. Regardless, I still have some. I did sell some yesterday on the pop. Okay, as far as I bid, I did sell some. As far as actual BTC, my order 61 down to 60 did trigger. So I add more real BTC, actual BTC to my Coinbase account. But I trimmed a little bit more IBIT, so now I have a very small IBIT exposure. In fact, it's the smallest IBIT exposure I have in until this point. Okay, when there's a move up here, yeah, it's a small IBIT position whenever the initial IPO was. That's okay. I'm not. Do I think that? Who knows? Okay, I'm just follow the technical. Would I sell and trim more IBIT up here? Yeah, follow the technical. That's all. Dia. Oh, it gave back the whole year. Okay, this white line here is basically the end of the year right there. So it did get back all of the gain, and yesterday move was the little gain that it got, but be careful. It came back into support and held. Doesn't mean that it's all green light to buy. We'll see how it play out. Okay, I'm not bearish on Dia, but I'm also not bullish there either. If the market continues to pull back, we will see it go lower. Okay, there is no such thing as the overall market going lower and Dia holding up. No chance. SPY. Oh my. Okay, what's next? It filled the gap and went further, right? My bear spread was, the low spread was 495. So once it got there, I said it's time to close. It doesn't matter if I have 2 or 3 more weeks left on the time. The benefit are not much there to keep, so I close it. If there is a bounce back into above 504, that's why I have this little alert here, then I will short again. I would do like a 505, 495, or because the 100 MA is going to be rising still. And I think the bots is going to come in to support at the 100 MA. So for now, I'm not shorting unless we have a bounce on Monday. I welcome a bounce on Monday to short. But look, where is December 31st? I'm looking for December 31st. There you go, right there. Basically, that white line is pretty much the same as the. So if you're eyeballing, you can say that the market has given back about half. Okay, half the gain. If you're eyeballing it, if this is the beginning, if the white line is the beginning of the year, then yeah, you can say that more than half, give or take. But yeah, it was painful. But as Matthew McConaughey has said, one of the famous lines from Interstellar, it is necessary. Let's go to QQQ. Oh my. QQQ got it worse. Okay, because once again, that white line is the line year to date. Wow. Okay, I thought for sure QQQ would not did worse than the SPY, but hey, I was wrong. Wow, unprecedented. Okay, so it's dropped literally 35 points, more than the 5%. If it hit the white line, then it's almost 10%. Okay, it pierced through the 100 like hot knife through butter. Unreal. That was just plain bloodbath. Okay, how far can it go? Well, for now, yeah, 408, 409 is not that far away, right? 10% is within sight. It will happen. I said the word will. I didn't say if. It will happen. um, if you are looking to go long, yeah, to 200, and I will personally. If the QQQ get down to 396 ish, 397 ish next week, for whatever time frame or reason, I will start buying the QQQ or do a bull call spread, right? Because at that point, yeah, I like. Okay, I have not been bullish on the Q, very cautious on the Q for the past 2 months. Looking to short the Q, missed on shorting the Q because I was more focused on SPY. But yeah, it's here. Okay, I think once it hit the 409 range, I will look for patterns to turn bullish on this. Ideally, I like to see a more violent move down just to get it over with. And it's easier. It's easier to go long down here, TA wise, than buying it in the middle of nowhere as far as limbo. Okay. Yes, it is. There's a gap. It filled. Okay. There's a little gap right here. So it came down technically to a gap fill and bounced a little bit. But the next potential stop area is this ref low right here, 40, just under 403. Okay, so to me that is potentially another area, but this 409 could be a level of support. We'll see. TLT uh, held up basically for the week. It was a moment of nonsense, but it basically flatlined, uh, which is fine. You know, I said it's nothing you can do about it. Rate, inflation, yeah, the economic data is too insane, and we are collectively to blame. Not much else to say there. Okay. Max 7, Nvidia came down like a hot knife. Oh my goodness! I bought, and bought. All right. I literally doubled my tiny position the last 2 days. Yesterday, get the last 2 days. Yesterday, um, I had ordered in at the gap fill, and it filled the gap, and then I have more order in down here at this 770. I think my triggers happen at 775. uh, of course, next order is down here at the gap fill and the 100 MA. So I don't have any order between here and the gap fill. The gap fill and the 100 MA is the big order. And with earning coming up, it might happen. The good news is I think it's favored to be long Nvidia coming into earning here. If Nvidia ran hot into earning, that would have been problematic. But I like the risk reward here, buying the dip into earning, then you will enjoy the rip on earning. Tesla. Oh my goodness. It fell out of the support zone. Okay. For the brave, if you short, your eyeball to cover is 134-ish. If you want there, I would consider go long. But for now, if I did not do anything yet. I'm waiting patiently to do any kind of put spread. I did not sell a lot of put spread yesterday because I you know, the way the market is, I rather wait and be safe on Monday. But like I said, you know, we can Tesla have a way to go. As crazy as it is, it has a way to go. Okay, do not think that this is it. Okay, go and look at the 2-year chart here. Yeah, if I were to sell put spread, 118, 110, something crazy like that. Yeah, it's crazy, but it was there. It's gonna trap a whole lot of people. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if it get down to 118, sub 120 level? It would trap a whole lot of people. Okay, it's already give you a zero return. If not, unless you bought down here, you have had nothing but frustration. You should kick yourself for not selling here, not selling here, not selling here. A lot of people bought the dip. Hopefully they're smart enough to sell the rip. Apple, not Mac 7, not Mac 7. Apple and Tesla, definitely nowhere near anything that would be defined as magnificent. Oh, it fell out. I don't have any Apple. Okay, I got stopped out a long time ago. Nothing in Anthony's and my account. Done. Apple fell out, and unless the QQQ, for a long time, when Apple was doing this, right? You heard on CNBC for weeks. Oh, it's a good thing. The market broadened out. The market has broadened out. It does not need Apple to stay up. It does not need Apple to go higher. Oh, really? It doesn't. It doesn't? It doesn't? Ah, the douchery of people on CNBC. The douchery. Nonsense. Nonsense. Okay? It's just nonsense. Is there any reason to be bullish on Apple? 52-week low is knocking. It's knocking. No, no touch. Nothing else to add. What is a positive catalyst? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say there with Apple. Amazon breaking down into consolidation. I'm liking it. I'm not buying yet, but I have a buy order at the gap fill. Okay, so for Amazon, yeah, buy order at the gap fill, buy order at the 100 MA. Yeah, I mean, can you imagine if Amazon filled the gap before earning? That would be crazy. Earning is 2 weeks away, something like that, all week. Yeah, for sure, be careful. Right? It's a strong one, but yeah, I would nibble Amazon at the gap fill, at the 100. Small buy, okay, it's it ran hot. It's one of the stronger one, but be careful. Google, um, stops are still there, right? Uh, not much to say. Okay, set your stop anywhere you wish. I think mine is. I had to look later, but I have a stop for I think 25% of the share. I like Google a lot long term, so um, there are times where I don't set a stop on the entire position, but it's there. It's no reason to buy into Google until I see the 50. Okay, would I buy Google at 146? I believe the way I set up the stop is I'm gonna get stop out like 151 ish. Yeah, that I talk about it. Yeah, I think my stop is somewhere in the 151, and I have the order to buy back everything at the low of the gap up, which is somewhat lining up with the um, 50 MA rising. So yeah, like 146 ish. But that's the play right now. It's as far as trim on top. If you get anywhere over 160, yeah, there's order to trim up there as well. Meta came down, ref low. Okay, gap fill. I will buy from 467 to 453. I would buy small buys there. Big buy 100 MA. Okay, and then it would be crazy if something bad happened that it would fill the gap, right? So for now, small order to buy at gap fill, small order to buy at low of the A gap up, and bigger order to buy at the 100 MA, and then most likely there will be a stop below there and buy all back at the gap fill. All right, enough of the back 7. Yeah, Pharma FV back in well, it bounced. Not much to say. It's I like FV. Well, the key is what it's gonna do here, okay? Because this was a key multi-year resistance that it bust through and ran. So FV has filled the gap. Okay, so there was a gap down. It filled the gap, and now it's gonna consolidate. So it might go sideways for a while. We'll see into earning. Earning is coming up. If earning is good, there could be a big rip. Okay, so I'm not adding to it. I have enough there, and I'm comfortable holding that. Pfizer, yeah, it's I don't hate it. Okay, I'm still waiting, and hey, given how bad the market has been, is it not a surprise to see Pfizer a little bit weaker? Yeah, but no, I don't hate it. If you want to add down here, don't hate it. J&J coming back to life. I like the when I see like for those that not familiar with the term, they call it tweezer. Tweezer is when you have 2 wick below. This one you have a 3 wick below, right? It's like 3 days in a row where it violently came down and bounced. That's usually a pretty bullish pattern. Plus, on top of that, you have 2 strong green candle after a line of red candle, right? So yeah, I like J&J. J&J fill the gap, right? So it might consolidate, buy the dip. That's what I would look to do. Okay, I would look to buy the dip here on J&J. I like it. Let's take a look at some risky biotech. Arginex, yeah, I bought. I did add yesterday at 358. I have a low order in at 358 and that trigger. I have more at 355, more at 350. So a lot more. Those are the 350 is the biggest order of all the order, right? So, hey, we've been here before, right? Look, down, up, down, up, down. Right? Let's play the range, right? CYTK, it's time to buy for those that want to play this risky game. Not much else to say, right? I have 2 cover calls that expire worthless, and it knocked down my average cost of tuna share to slightly below where. So yeah, I mean the shares are not making money, but the 2 cover call certainly cover the pain. On any pop to 69 to 70, you bet. Cover calls again. AXSM. Yeah. Right. It's I bought some. Not much to say. You know, it's like I said. Now is the time to take the risk there. RCKT got beat up pretty badly into support. 200 MA. Hey, if you don't have any or not enough, buy some. Not much else to say. Buy some. I'm looking to add some to Anthony's account and other accounts. I like that right there. Okay. Eli Lilly came down to ref low. I add some. I bought Eli Lilly for the first time in a long time, right? Would I add at the gap fill? Yes. Would I add at the 100 MA? The answer is yes. Okay, the 100 MA is kind of lined up neatly with the gap up, kind of, right? So yeah, if I say 686, that's where my order is. 686 and 669 is I have two order, right? So if either one trigger, I'm fine. I have trimmed so much Eli Lilly up here that I would mind restocking some down there and below. Okay, so it was a great run, and now it's would not mind buying the dip. JSK, I bought the dip here in this zone, so I'm building position. Last time it was here, yeah, I expect this to be a good support range, but given that earnings coming up, I don't want to be too heavily in there. So we'll see. We'll see how it behave. But I'm not bearish on JSK. In fact, I would say neutral would be the right word for it. Did I cover? I cover a lot of these small biotech here and there, so I think that's enough of pharma, right? Let's take a look at banks. Oops, banks. Goldman Sachs. I trim a few times in the 405 range, 406 range. I'm comfortable holding here. Would I buy the dip into 395? Yes. Any dip into 395 below, even to 386, I'm buying. Okay, that's the place to buy. Just like when it came down here, I bought, right? I bought, I trim, trim. So come down to 395 to 386, I buy. Morgan Stanley, I trim a lot more. I trim, I believe, 75% of my Morgan Stanley. There was a big gift down here, which I load up, and then I trim between 90.5 and 91. I trim 75% of my holding, right? Same thing here. If I see 88, you betcha. I'm loading. 88 down to the 200 MA, I'm buying. Bank of America, I will look to trim. I forgot to trim yesterday, so that was my bad. I was too busy not looking there, but it's a spot to trim. Okay, it's a spot to trim. Where would I buy? 34. Okay, I bought on this dip. I did not trim. It's a small position. Okay, I've been waiting to add to Bank of America for a long time, so that was nice. This is nice, but I would likely trim 37. Yeah, if I see 37 again and above, I'm trimming. If I see 34, I'm buying. If I see 32, I'm buying big. Okay. What other banks? JPM. Yeah. Would I buy 177? Yeah. No reason to chase it here. Okay, no reason. Wells Fargo. Wow. Wow. If you have it, congrats. Where should you GTFO up there? 64-ish. Okay, it's not the spot. Let's go back 3 years. Yeah. Well, Well, wouldn't you? What do? Is that a shock? Is that a shock? Is that a shock that it got there and stall out, rev high, right? TAs does wonder, right? So yeah, I was not even looking at a 3-year chart, but now that I look at it, like yeah, it makes sense where it stopped right there. So if it can bust out, then up there, 64, right? So congrats if you have it. Wow, who would have thought Wells Fargo did that? Visa, I'm liking it here. I'm liking Visa and MasterCard. It's getting into the, well, it failed the 100. So we'll see. But yeah, I think 265, 263 to 265, that's the, if you want to start to nibble there, to me, the better spot to nibble is 257-ish in this consolidation area. Let the turret rise up. But yeah, I'm liking it here. I'm liking it here. I think if there is a dump on earning in the next couple of weeks, I think there's a chance to grab some right there at the 200 MA. So yeah, I'm watching it, but I'm liking Visa here. Liking it here. I like it a lot more than I did a month ago. MasterCard. Um, if you want to nip at the 100 MA, you can. Okay, but I like Visa more from the TA wise. You know, um, yeah, but it wouldn't be a bad idea. If this is touch, I might consider selling some kind of put spread below, down here, okay, way down here. I'm not gonna think that it will stop at there. Plus earnings coming up, watch out. I'm not bearish on both and either Visa or Mastercard, but I'm also don't want to get ahead of earning either. Energy, USO, good news for inflation. This was nonsense. 83, nonsense. Down here, it's a good thing. Lower, even better, right? If you want to fight inflation, you can't have this. You can't have this. If it comes down to the 50, I, I will welcome that. If this come down in the next 2 weeks, it will be good for CPI for April. All right, that's all I gotta say. XOM, is it a surprise for the pullback? No touch. Is it a surprise for the pullback? Yeah, no touch. Okay, so I have very little position left. I did trim at this, I did trim on the way up, and I did have more orders that did not get there. 164 to 166, the last two sales orders up there. Would I buy the dip? No, no. I'm leaving my sales order for any kind of pop. Yeah, but I'm not buying here. The one that I like, Cheniere, right? Yeah. Would I trim? Yeah. Up here? Yeah. I like it down here, okay? 155 range. I don't need to hold it at 163, okay? So if I get there, say bye-bye. It's that simple on energy. Don't overthink it. Med device, Abbott. But it came down to a support area, right? So would I buy the dip into 105? Yeah, perhaps. Okay, 105. I might dip my toe back into Abbott, maybe for a trade. It's still terrible management, still awful, terrible management. Okay, so if it's anything, it's only a trade because if you have it, okay, shoulder, head, shoulder. So if you draw the line, which I'm not going to bother, this area right here is going to be tough resistant. It was support. I think this 109 zone is going to be resistant for quite some time. EW, I did buy the dip, small. Okay, would I buy more? Down here, 100 MA. Otherwise, nothing there to do. Medtronic, painful, painful, painful. But I do think it's in an area of support, right? What was consolidation can be support, and we'll see. Like I said, it was too bad. I wish I trimmed more. Not much I can say. I was looking for a breakout, but no. Instead of a breakout, we get a breakdown. And it did gap below my stop. I had a stop on this day here. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put a stop, and it gapped down. Nothing you can do. Once the gap down happened, you gotta wait. Okay. I did add a little bit of DGX. Okay, a little bit, just a little bit, but bigger order is at 125 and below. So I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Earning is coming up, so watch out. Okay, this stock can move very violently on earning. Look, see this earning, big movement. Okay, see this earning, big movement. So watch out. But I'm liking it here into earning, and I'm hoping for a violent overreaction on whatever the number is, and I would buy a whole lot between 124 and 123. If the earning is good and the market still overreact, right? LH, I like. Okay, for a long time, I said DGX was a better buy, but finally at this point right here, I like them both. Okay, you can buy both. I like it here. Okay, it's not much room below. Can it get down to 196, 195? Yeah, but from here to 195 is a buy at that core. I like it. All right, now that we are done with the whole slew of stuff, we can go into some random stock. Boeing, more bad news. Last night I went to bed and I saw more bad news. Utter garbage of a company. My God. Yeah, this was support. Well, I think it's going to be resistant for quite some time because what a garbage. Utter garbage. Okay, so I would say avoid. If you want to short, be careful. Long, I don't know what the catalyst is. More planes on fire, more smoke, more failures. Oh my God. Oh my God. What is wrong with this company? What is wrong with the company? What is wrong with the staff, with management, quality control, up and down and sideways? Complete garbage. Okay, complete garbage. I did buy Uber, small. Okay, gap fill, 100 MA, Confluence, not bad. Didn't it's there. It need to hold. If not, it's a small buy. Um, Now, would I have a stop? I might put a stop in at the low of day yesterday and buy back at 64. Yeah, see this area right here. So why not? It's a small position, but why not give back $5, right? It can't happen. It can happen. Earning, any kind of overreaction, and you might see the 200 MA tested. It's possible. Okay, it's possible. Yeah, that would be a buy. That would be a buy. Uber. I like Uber long term. I welcome the pullback. You go big. TKO, I am half out, right? This was a great sweet move. If you bought TKO, I had my stop kicked in as well. So I'm like more than 75% out. Yeah, I'm up roughly 20, between 20 and 25% left in the position. And I don't think I have a stop there right now, but would I buy the dip down here? Okay. Any kind of crazy pullback into the 87, and I will buy everything back, right? I like TKO here. I like it a lot. I bought a little bit of Netflix, all right, a little bit. Fill the gap, Reflow, 100 MA. Yeah, I mean, I get more orders at the 100 MA, 550. Okay, I have a big order at 550, bigger than what I bought the few times yesterday. But I like Netflix here. Um, I think touching the 100 MA is certain. So what I will do is change that big order into a smaller order and then add the order here at 537, the gap up low. Okay, so just to be safer, instead of go all crazy and buy big here, I'm gonna buy small and buy big here. Of course, the bigger order is way down below at the gap fill. Okay, that's where the real meat of the order is. But for now, there is one order here that I will split into two, and then let the rest does it play as far as Netflix concerned. Let's end this on Adobe. Ugly slide. I did not broadcast this much, but I got stop out, stop out, restock twice on this decline. Each time I bought it back $5 lower. So I don't feel as much pain. So whatever the price is right now, I actually saved myself $10 from the slide. It was ugly, but I like Adobe long term. So it's riding this downtrend. Okay, so this downtrend, but it's coming to the zone of consolidation here. All right, so it's okay. Like I said, hey, it's a company I like. It's a sizable position, even though the share is not high, but the stock is high. Okay, 50 shares here is not small change, but the cost is not bad. Okay, it's not ridiculously high. So yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind that at all. Let's add one more. Starbucks came off TA like a champ, like a champ. Okay, so congratulations for those that bought. Okay, hey, I sold. Right, I sold because I want to use the cash elsewhere. I made money, so it's not like an end. But would I buy? I would say if you have it, trim. Okay, it's a trim. Be careful. Earnings coming up. I'm not bearish on earning compared to last time where I was much more bearish into earning in at the end of the year, right? But yeah, it came off. Okay, if anything, trust your TA. At this moment like these, use your TA for your buy point. No matter how crazy it was a buy below 85. That's why I didn't mind getting assigned 200 share below 86. I take it and make the money. Anyhow, good luck, people. Um, things are not so bad. I'm actually less bearish today than I was for many weeks. Okay, so it's not a bad thing. What happened? It was necessary, right? So enjoy your weekend. Let's rock.